So, you want to be an artist, right? This is for those of you who paint or sculpt or musicians, not for digital art, which is a whole different ball game, probably for another video. But when I started off, because I'm pretty old now, there was very little chance of getting a job as an artist, unless you could draw Supermen and get a job on a comic, but that was hardly unlikely. My dad, when I told my dad that I wanted to be an artist, he said, "Oh, you'll be out on the street." And my mum said, "Oh, you'll never be able to support a family and children. You know, you can't do that. You've got to get a serious, sensible job." Well, back then we had black and white telly, no internet, no mobile phones. If you wanted to make a phone call, you went to the corner of the street. There's a red TARDIS to make a phone call. So I'm going to make 7 points, which, yeah, good and bad. The first one is if you just want to be an artist doing your own thing, you more than likely will be poor. Nowadays, there are more creative jobs, but in those days, there wasn't. You would find it very, very difficult to sell your art, and especially if it was anything out of the ordinary, people just wouldn't accept it. So you had to struggle, and there was not many ways you could actually sell your artwork in those days. So, number two, you need a hard skin. Not everyone thinks you're great and likes your style. So, if you put your stuff out there to be shot down, some people will try and shoot it down, whether it's because they're jealous or they just don't like it. I don't know, but they can be quite cruel. So, you have to have a pretty hard skin if you're going to exhibit your own work. Number three, if you want to sell, and most artists do want to sell, you may have to change your style. It's just one of those things. You know, you might have to decide, well, okay, I can cope by doing this rather than the other, and people seem to like it. I found that my bright, colourful stuff, which I didn't particularly like, sold, whereas my nice watercolours that I loved doing just didn't sell. So it's really a case of do you sell your soul for money or do you stick with your guns and keep to doing what you're good at? Okay. Don't be picky, number four. If you get a chance to have an exhibition, get a big commission, or are interviewed on radio or even television, if you get the chance, take it. You know, every chance you get to do something to get your name out there, to advertise yourself, do it. Um, and get in touch with the local radio station. Maybe they'll give you an interview. They're always looking out for new things to cover, so you never know. Right, nowadays, use the internet. Use YouTube. Do YouTube videos. You might as well have a camera above where you're working, just like I'm doing here, and put them out on YouTube. You know, it's a way to be seen by a lot more people. You may not make any money out of it because you've got to have such a high figure of views that it's really daunting, especially for artists. It's all right if you put out videos on how to make money, you'll get a lot of views then. Uh, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook is another one. I know the trouble is it kind of drags you in and you spend most of your time doing that rather than actually creating any art. So you have to be a bit careful with what you do. But use it, it's there to be used. Okay. Number six, don't give up. Even if you've got a regular job, which most people have got, and need it these days, and you don't have an awful lot of spare time, try and do something. If you can't do it in the evenings because you're just too tired when you get home, spend a little time at the weekend keeping it going. Don't give up. Even if you just do a little drawing or something, um, you know, just have a sketchbook that you just slowly build with sketches. The more you do, the more it'll encourage you to do more. Just the way it is. You can't always go help a leather a giant abstract oil painting or something, but you can do a little sketch while you're sitting in the evening, even watching the telly. Sketch your feet or the dog or something or other. Okay. Right, number 7. The universe, God, luck, whatever you believe in or think about, it gave you some sort of talent. A talent to do some form of art, to be creative, and to express yourself. Don't waste it. Okay, you've got a talent. You don't want to look back at the end of your life and all you saw was 30 years in an office somewhere, filling in forms, you and all you got to show for it is a little old crappy gold pen. Because you can bet your life that the company won't remember you. So if you've got some artwork that you've done that maybe you've sold or whatever, it's hanging somewhere, hopefully, anyway, and someone has appreciated it enough to either buy it or whatever, they are probably still around, they probably still look at it, and if not, someone does, and it kind of outlived you in the end. It's leaving something useful, something nice, not useful, but nice, for people to appreciate. Okay, so whatever gave you the talent, just keep it going, whatever way you can. Right? Nowadays, a lot of young artists deviate towards digital art. Well, I don't blame them because it's where the future lies. Unfortunately, just about every younger person can operate the internet as well as any other. So your competition is even higher than in my day. I mean, I never knew another artist. But nowadays, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of us, all creating in different ways, both good and bad. Anyway, keep it going. I hope and I wish you well. I hope it really works out for you if you are starting to be an artist. Okay, don't give up your hopes. Anyway, I'll leave you now. I'll stop waffling on. And if you've got a chance, please just click my like button. It does help me. And hopefully see you in another video at some point. Okay, take care. All the best. Bye.